Hi everyone, this is a pick a card reading or like a pick a present reading for the next 7 days, which is a timeless reading. So whenever you're watching this, you can pick a present and unwrap it. I know that when I'm actually posting this, Christmas is actually gone and not everybody celebrates Christmas, and I just thought I'd bring you a present whenever it is during the year. I just thought I'd gift you something. So there you go. Take a pick. So yes, this is timeless. It's for the next 7 days. Yes, ignore the fact that it's got like Christmas wrapping paper and stuff. I just thought I'd be very creative, and we'll still see what is coming through, even though it has passed. But presents, why not all year round, right? So this is my little gift to you. And we've got here present one, so this is group one. We've got group two, and we've got group three inside our charms, because I'm going to do a charm reading. So your charms are already in these little gifts. And sorry, did I spoil the surprise? Oh well, it's alright, right? So if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is in the description box below, since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information is also down below as well. They are done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is my intention bracelets are on Etsy. So I'm wearing one of them here, but there's also like love, soulmate, twin flame, health, happiness, finance, wealth bracelets as well. So many different items, so do check those out for sure. Everything is in the description box below. And yeah, international shipping. Check out the review section on my Etsy store. There's anklets and tassels and pom-poms and embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow and your wallet, your purse, etc. So many amazing items, and check out the description box basically. Alright, so timestamps are always in the description box below as well for whichever group you have chosen, and we're going to get started. So let's start. Okay, I'm just going to push these back a little bit, and I'm going to just move these to the side. Alright, so group number one, let's see what the next 7 days are bringing to you. We're going to have a look. So let's open your present and see. I also have as well cards, like a bunch of cards that we're going to look into as well. So let me first and foremost open the present. Okay, so you have got a little trunk here with some charms. Okay, so these are your charms for the reading. Let's put those in there. It's kind of cute, Okay, so what do we have here? Let's see. I'm going to get the cards out as well, and then I'll go through the charms and the cards together. So let me just organize these a little bit, and then I'll get into it. Okay, cool. So let's get into the cards. So let's start first of all with a chakra meditation card. See what's coming through here. Go for a couple of these messages. Okay. Let's see what oracle card we have here. There it is. Wow, nice. Okay, so I'll go through everything as I've got it all out. I wanted to do the live shuffle rather than have the cards pre-shuffled out, because I just thought it would be nice to do so. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, sweet treat, celebration, platonic relationship, be the person you want to attract. Very interesting messages here. And you've got tarot cards as well. So you've got here the Four of Swords with the Ten of Pentacles. Okay, that's really nice. I like what I'm seeing here. Beautiful messages to like say the most or say the least. Very beautiful messages. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing for you, right? It is a really lovely next 7 days. A really lovely next 7 days, because what you've got here is a celebration card, all right? So this really shows some form of celebration. Maybe it's a birthday, maybe there's something happening in the family. It can also be just celebrating little wins. And what I mean by that is just celebrating perhaps the fact that you feel good, you feel happy, you feel confident, you feel safe, you feel secure, you feel like you're in the place you're meant to be in, or simply having gratitude for the things that you once prayed that you would have, and kind of looking back and be like, wow, you know, I am in a much better place, or I have got a roof over my head and warm food on the table. Celebrating little things, could be celebrating big things. There's definitely some form of celebration that also makes you feel free. You know, like this bird here is taking flight and just really feeling good. So that's what we've got there. Okay, so here we've also got the 6th chakra. So this is the third eye chakra card, and it says here, acknowledge spirit. So this is a meditation that you can do, but I'm also going to read it as well, because there's some phrases or sentences in here that could really make you feel like, wow, that is, you know, what is happening over the next 7 days. So it says here, I trust in a higher source and I acknowledge my direct connection with it. In the stillness, I listen for the wisdom inside, and I'm open to the spirituality that is within and all around me. I know that love is the creative force. I meditate and welcome mystical truths. I'm open to seeking guidance in my spiritual guests from a spiritual teacher, master, or guru. Okay, so that is what we have right there. It's also meditation you can do as well, but yeah, this is you also really just like welcoming new opportunities, welcoming yourself as well in many ways, especially if you felt lost for a while. And the other thing as well is that the sixth chakra is really about your intuition as well, and acknowledging things that maybe you found really hard to accept before as well. It's finally having that acceptance and sort of that healing energy, which I also pick up here as well, with this heart crystal as well. This is really about like acceptance towards past situations that maybe you were trying to fix, and it's just about having that acceptance that it's time to heal now, it's time to grow, it's okay to like let go of certain things. It's a bitter medicine sometimes, but it's really about loving yourself, taking care of yourself, and celebrating your small wins. The other thing here as well is that many of you might be super into learning things during the next 7 days, because you've got here teacher, you've also got master or guru, so you might be into tarot readings, for example. You might be into certain spiritual gurus and masters and listening to their talks on YouTube or online, or in, you know, reading books as well. And that's something I really see here as well, just seeking guidance, seeking information, seeking knowledge from those that have a lot of experience in those industries or those topics. So again, that is something I see, and I see a lot of stillnesses here. Not surprised by that. The stillness we see with the Four of Swords, look at that, we see meditation, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if many of you are meditating, you're taking naps, you're creating a safe space for you to feel secure in, or just having that stillness, right? Four of Swords is all about rest, retreat, stillness, meditation, napping, taking care of yourself, putting yourself first, healing, acceptance, and creating a strong sort of a boundary, I guess, also for you, right? So that's what we see there. And then, you know, I said celebrating your small little wins, sweet treats. Okay, so you might be sort of treating yourself and being like, you know what, I deserve this because I did this with myself. Now, sweet treat could also be buying something that isn't necessarily food related, because it could still be like a really nice sweet treat, right? It's a little treat, treating yourself to your personal wins. For those of you that are maybe even dieting, or you just want to eat healthy, you might say to yourself, you know what, I'm going to indulge. And yeah, I see also sweet foods over the next 7 days as well. So maybe it's cakes or pastries or fruits, for example, but indulging in sweet things as well. Not so much sour, which also really goes to show as well that the next 7 days bring a lot of sweetness in general, just in terms of a spiritual message. Sweetness over bitterness, right? So that's a good thing. That's a good thing, energy-wise as well. Sweetness, nice. Like seeing that, obviously. It's good stuff, right? And then we've also got the Ten of Pentacles here, which shows opportunity, reward, happiness, celebration. Okay, so Could be things to do with family, because the Ten of Pentacles is also a card that is very much so to do with family. It's also to do with happiness. It's to do with joy. So that's really lovely that you have got that there, sort of it's beautiful abundance. I think the next 7 days is real focus on sort of platonic relationships as well. So friendships and people around you that are, well, they're platonic, right? They're not like romantic relationships, but there's a lot of emphasis on that. Yes, there can still be emphasis on romantic connections, but I feel like for a lot of you, it's platonic relationships that are really the focus for the next 7 days, which I think is interesting. And you've also got here, be the person you want to attract. So for many of you, there is this energy here of like letting go of things from the past, having acceptance, healing, which can be a bitter medicine at times, but it can be a medicine that really allows you to like fly even higher, right? Like soar even higher grounds. And so that's really interesting. And also, when you are the person that you want to attract, life will shape itself around you. You don't have to force for things to happen. You don't have to go chasing. You don't have to go wondering. It will just happen around you. And that's the thing. So when you become like this little cute tiger here, doing your own thing, everything will energetically shape itself around you. And that's the thing that I really pick up here as well. So be the person you want to attract. If you want someone that's strong, if you want someone loving, kind, caring, understand that that person also must be loving towards themselves. They must be kind towards themselves and others, right? So if you've been maybe chasing after someone who's not really been giving you the time of day, who hasn't really been very caring towards you, has been sort of dismissive or lacking empathy, but you need empathy. So then you have to also understand that that's what you want in return, right? So it's really important here as well that that can also relate here to platonic like relationships as friendships as well. If you are constantly chasing people that are just not giving you the time of day, but you know that you want someone who has empathy towards you, kindness, care towards you, then you have to also choose to go after the right people, but also to become the right person and say to yourself, all right, I have boundaries. I don't deserve to be treated in this way whatsoever, so I'm going to let go of this fight. I'm not going to continue to go after it because I know what I need to go after, and I need to look after myself, because clearly these people are not going to do that. So I need to do that, and then you'll start to attract those people that will also vibrationally be in the same kind of vibrational level that you're at. So life will shape itself around you, and that's what I see over the next 7 days. Is just a lot of acceptance, healing, looking after yourself, putting yourself first, right? And not feeling apologetic for it whatsoever. We've got here the full stop. So for many of you, you've just like had enough. You're like, full stop, this is my time, period. I've got to look after myself now. It's now or never. I've just had enough, like, you know, full stop, putting your foot down. You've got here an F as well. I did just mention like full stop and foot, so, you know, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, we've got two F's here. We've got an A and a P. We've also got a U as well. Yeah, this can be, you know, initials, could be letters that mean something to you, but that's essentially what I'm seeing at this very point with those ones. But a lot of this really is about you, right? So, you know, you got this heart here, which I mentioned. Rose quartz is very much so about healing and loving yourself, self-love, and creating that environment for you, a safe place for yourself. You've got here time, so I think that this also is showing that, you know, time really is the one that heals. It doesn't always happen straight away, all of a sudden, you know, quick. It takes time for this to take place, right? So it shows here like time is the healer, and obviously things will take time. You may also find that over the next 7 days, time either goes very, very quickly or very, very slowly. It really does depend. Okay, either it's going to go really fast or really slow. There's no in between. For some of you, it's going to go super, super slow, and you're going to just be like in your mind constantly and trying to focus on other things as well. And for others of you, it's going to go really, really quick. So either fast or slow, but it's showing here that time is the healer. You have also here got like wheat, I think. So I don't know why, when I said that, I just thought of like bread or like Weetabix or oats and things like that. Wait a second, they're obviously like different things, but I'm just seeing here wheat, okay? Wheat is different to oats. Yeah, I can't believe I just said that. But anyways, so what I see here is like bread, flour, things like that. I'm just saying, whatever wheat is in terms of food, you could be consuming quite a bit of that. I just wanted to say that, so bear with me. Obviously, we know that Miss Moonlight Guidance is not really an expert with food, as we've just discovered, but something about wheat. Okay, so just bear with me. And then you've got here the butterfly, which is about transformation. So you're really going into your own, and you're having this moment of like real transformation, understanding, learning, growing within yourself, becoming stronger, just becoming such a strong version of yourself. We also have like a lot of food and drink as well. Like, I'm not surprised by that because you've got celebration, but you have also got sweet treat, right? And so it shows here like food and drink, really taking care of yourself. You got here like a little bowl as well. Could be a colander, but this is like a little bowl. Maybe you're eating pasta. Okay, maybe you are, because you've got wheat here and you've also got the colander. I'm just saying, pasta, spaghetti. This is also about, like, again, like letting things go, right? This particular bowl here has these little holes in it, and it's about what's important remaining and getting rid of like the extra stuff you don't need, aka like the water, the excess emotional energy, and being able to like drain that as and when, and being able to have control over that as well. Then you've also got this little bottle opener as well, so again that could signify celebration, especially with that charm right there. We've got here the Cancerian energy. It's interesting how I've been talking about emotions, right? So this is like a mother energy, kind of nurturing, kind, caring energy that you're giving to yourself. You've also got the moon here as well. It's about your intuition, really allowing you to feel stronger within yourself, like taking care of yourself, putting yourself first. So that is essentially what we have right here with this little crab. You could be dealing with a cancer, could be a cancer yourself, but this is also mainly just about taking care of yourself. You've got here a skiing emoji, this not emoji, charm. This could mean something to you guys, right? It could be very, very cold where you live, or maybe there's something about skiing that comes into your mind. We've also got here the love between mother and daughter is forever. Didn't I just mention with this charm, like it's a mother caring, like mother, what did I say? I said something about mother, right? When I mentioned this charm, it's like that mother nature kind of caring energy, nurturing energy. So this has here the love between mother and daughter is forever. So it could be that you're reconnecting with your mother or your daughter, for example. So that's really interesting that you've got that charm as well. And again, there's extra emphasis on platonic relationships, like I mentioned, family and friends. That's really the strong basis here for the next 7 days for you. And then you've got here inspire as well. It's interesting. Again, I think you're going here to different, like looking at different sort of teachers and masters and gurus and trying to get inspired. Now, remember, this master, this guru could be, for example, someone that is a chef, okay? Because you've got a lot of like food related cards as well, okay? For sure. So this could be like a chef, that you're interested in, like watching shows that you love. Like, for example, I love Junior Master Chef. I love, what's the one? The Table one on Netflix as well. They're really good shows. They're really inspiring. Chef's Table, is it Chef's Table? I can't remember, but yeah, they're like so inspiring, these like shows and stuff. It could be to do with sport, it could be to do again with tarot, spirituality, learning about yourself. So masters and gurus can come in all different forms. But huge emphasis, by the way, on spirituality for sure. So we've looked at that charm, and that charm got a little, I think this is a tortoise, right? Slow but steady. You're getting there, right? You're getting there. Eventually, with time, you're getting there. You're getting somewhere. You're feeling better within yourself. Got here a flower with, after all this time, always. That's really interesting. Yeah, you might be feeling like you've been there for someone for such a long time, and after all this time, you've got here like always as well. So that could signify the fact that like you're always there for people, and after all this time, like always, people either just disappear, they run away, they not fully there for you. So it's almost like now you owe this to yourself. And so the flower here is about you blooming and growing. And also you've got this potion, and this is really about self-love, right? It's about knowing your power. It's about knowing yourself and knowing that that's the strongest part of you, and to not hide that away from the rest of the world or hide that away from other people. I just think that that's quite significant in so many ways. So this is about you, and this is really about owning your power and just being the strongest version of yourself in this month. Sorry, in this next 7 days. Could be month as well, right? Because it sort of continues as well, but that's what I'm seeing. So this is your reading. Group number 1, if you chose the first present. If this resonates though, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, intention items which are on Etsy as well. Do check those out. Everything's in the description box below. And we are going to now move on to group number 2. So I'm just going to move this to the side. And let's put those charms in here. Okay, all right. Let's put it in there. Okay, let's have a look. All right, so group number 2, this is your reading. So I'm going to open up your little present. Let's do it together. All right, so let's see what we got. Next 7 days, right? Let's see what the next 7 days is bringing you. It's bringing you a treasure chest. Nice. Okay, so inside here you have got charms. So let's see what your charms have got for you over the course of the next 7 days. And I'm also going to get some cards out as well for sure. So let me just rearrange or arrange these nicely, and then we'll get started. And then I'm going to also refer to the charms as well as we go through. Okay, what are we spelling here? Honestly, I know it says like UGL, but I don't think we're going to get what we think we're going to get. Oh wow, oh my gosh, have you guys noticed this? Oh my gosh, that's so weird. That's never happened before. Look at that, there's so many repeating letters, like UGLC, UGLG. Well, we haven't got the word ugly, okay? We have not. That's really cool. Sorry, this has never happened before, just saying, like this kind of repetition with the letters. Anyways, so let's just put these like so, and then I am going to get your cards out, and then we will go through all of these little wonderful bits and pieces as well. Okay, so actually this is very interesting for sure. This list, oh my god, this charm is like playing hide and seek. What is it? It's Faith. Faith is playing hide and seek. Okay, there we go. Oh my gosh. Okay, right, so let's get these cards out. I'm going to get a chakra wisdom card out. So let's see what message we have there. You've also got some references here to some chakras as well, so that's interesting. Reference matched. Okay, interesting. Let's get a message or two. Let's get 2 messages out. There's one and there's another one. You are protected. Work-related love. Okay, all right. Let's go for one of these oracle cards. We got 2. You got listening and blessings. Isn't that interesting how you got blessings and you are protected? Okay, and let's go with the self-care oracle cards. One second, let me just move this to the side. Otherwise everything's going to fall off my table. Trust me, behind the scenes, you know, there's a mountain of cards. Okay, so I I feel like it's this one, isn't it? It just wants to come out. So we've got here health checkup. This card, actually, if you've been watching my readings, this card has been coming out a lot. When I say a lot, I mean like a lot. So put that right there. And tarot. Let's go with tarot. Tarot. Okay. These cards were sent to me by a wonderful, wonderful viewer from LA. And they are so beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. They are the affirmation tarot cards. So beautiful. And you've got some really beautiful cards actually come out for yourself here. Six of Pentacles with the Queen of Pentacles. Wow. Wow is all I'm going to say. It's a nice next 7 days. So this is a timeless reading from whenever you clicked on this video, right? So let's just do that. I'll show you the cards as I go through them because you can't like fully see them like properly, but so where do I start? Where do I start? All right. So for some of you who feel like you've been under the weather a little bit, okay, there's a silver lining that is coming, and I want to mention that, especially, okay, this might get a little bit sensitive for some of you. If you have felt, because the word that I just kept seeing in my mind, and I was like, are we going to end up spelling that word? Because that's going to be a little bit sad if we do, is the word ugly. You know, some of you may have just felt not so great in your looks or how you feel, because ugliness is not just to do with how a person looks, but also can be how a person feels. Like they could just feel so like, oh, you know, not good, not nice within themselves, and just feel like they are under this cloud. But there's a silver lining. We did not spell that word, all right? Which also just goes to show that it's almost like you feel it, but you don't quite get there, which is good, right? But you might have felt a bit like it, but you don't get wrapped around it and sort of in the vortex of it all. So these particular letters that you have here can be initials in your name. It could be initials in someone else's name, someone you're dealing with, but it can also just spell out, you know, certain words like I mentioned before as well. Aside from that, you know, the thing that I'm really picking up is that this faith charm was going hide and seek. So for some of you, you may feel like you are connected to your faith, and then the next second you just feel really lost in it, and you feel like it's part of you, but it also isn't, and it just feels like, okay, is there a God? Isn't there a God? Especially for those of you, again, that have really like just felt so under the weather. You might feel like, are there spirit guides? Are there not spirit guides? Why are things not going my way? Does it really exist? Does it not exist? So this is like a hide and seek kind of energy where some of you are doubting how much you're protected. You're doubting what's going to happen next. You know, you just feel that doubt, you feel that worry, and that's your faith sort of going hide and seek. But what you will realize over the next 7 days is that the universe is listening, okay, with these messages. You got the listening card, you got the blessings card. So you'll find something about your faith which really emerges. You could have a dream where you suddenly start to have like faith related dreams. You might see a certain like God or spirit guide or angel or someone who has passed away, could be an ancestor, appear in your dreams blessing you. That's a huge sign, huge sign. And that's what's emerging here as well, is that the universe is always listening, okay, always listening. You've got here 3 sort of very like orangish cards. You've got 1, 2, and 3. You've got a charm here, not a card, but this also represents what we're seeing here with this listening energy. Like this listening energy is also you listening to other people and people wanting to listen to you more over the next 7 days. So what you say, even to the universe, has huge impact. So don't, oh my God, did you guys see that? Like it just brightened up because the sun is shining through my curtains, and you see here, like this is just, it's going over your reading as well. I don't know if you noticed that, but if you sort of rewind, it was like very dark on the screen and all of a sudden it just became very bright. This is what's happening, right? The sun is literally coming and washing over you. A lot of strong solar energy as well. You may feel like you're just sort of sitting there and all of a sudden the sun starts shining on you, but that's also a huge sign, is it's showing you that whatever these clouds are, they're not going to last forever, and that the universe is listening to you, but sometimes we go through cycles and phases and that needs to happen. So this orange energy is about passion, creativity, do things for yourself that make you feel good, have that faith, have that belief. Like yes, sometimes it goes hide and seek, but it's also about sort of like carrying forward that momentum as well for yourself. So yes, with these orange energies we see here, you might be eating a lot of orange foods over the next 7 days. I mean, you might be drinking like orange juice or eating oranges in general, but just orange-ish foods. So then there's that, all right? Just saying. But you've also got here this message, which is second chakra, sacral chakra, which is about well-being. So it says here, I honor and respect my body by giving it what it deserves to thrive. Sunshine is one thing that I see. And looking after yourself, which is also here, like listening to your body, listening to what it needs. So that's really interesting, right? I provide myself with the best of food, exercise, water, relaxation, therapeutic treatments, and thoughts. So that's what I see happening over the next 7 days. You're looking after yourself. You also have health checkups. So you might go to a doctor and they might be like, okay, take a bit more care of yourself, or they might, tell you certain things that can really help you. So that's really interesting here. And it could also be that you're just kind of looking at your own, you're sort of checking up your own health yourself. It doesn't mean you have to go to a doctor, but it could be that you're sort of checking up what you need, right? Whether it's extra sleep, whether you think about doing other things like maybe aromatherapy or essential oils, things like that, and better food, better quality, of food, drinking more water, etc., exercising a bit more. Do you know what? It's sort of the festive period, and during this time, a lot of people definitely do get to the point where they're like, oh my God, can't be eating like this, can't be drinking like this, can't be, they just, it just happens, right? So I'm not surprised actually that over the next 7 days, you'll be thinking more about this as well. But remember, this is a timeless reading. It could be whenever you click on this. So, exercise, water, relaxation. So that can also be sleep. Therapeutic treatments can also be like massages. Like I mentioned, aromatherapy, but it can also be like meditation, napping. Got here thoughts as well. So it's really about like triggering thoughts and staying away from triggering things. Like certain music or certain films or certain types of genres, for example, especially if you're like going through a really hard time, you may feel like it's really hard to watch romantic films, or it's really about what you feed to your soul, which is very important over the next 7 days. And this is all to do with your well-being, which is mental, physical, spiritual, social, and emotional health, which is very, very important. So it's about looking after those aspects. So it says here, I only consume foods and liquids that were designed by nature to be in my body. Some of you might be experimenting with like vegan diets, for example, or becoming more vegetarian, things like that. So you have got here the Queen of Pentacles surrounded by the wonderful greenery of what is around. And then you've also got here, I stimulate my body's energy flow with exercise, right? So exercise, I see here as well. I make time to rest, as stillness and tranquility are vital to keep my mind and body rejuvenated. So you've got that listening energy, like listening to your body, listening to yourself, knowing the universe is always listening, resting, taking care of yourself. That's what we've got there. So this is really about your well-being, which is very, very strong, and this is like you want everything to be balanced, right? This reminds me of like, well, it's a cube, but it reminds me of a die where like everything is equally weighted on each side, and again, it's to do with your well-being. All right, so you've also got the Six of Pentacles. I don't know why, I just looked at this and I literally thought of carrot slices, like, carrot chunks. But anyway, Six of Pentacles is about balance. It's also about looking after yourself. It's also about doing everything in moderation, right? So that's what we've got there. Can also indicate as well some money flowing in over the next 7 days as well, because you've got some very strong pentacle cards as well. But when you've got pentacles as strong as these are, where they're both pentacle cards, both positive, it can also just mean unwinding, relaxing, napping, resting, right? So again, goes with this card as well. This also says work-related love. So this means many different things. For some of you, you might be dealing with like having interest in someone in the work environment where you're like, oh, this person's really interesting. You might be in love with someone in your work environment, but this can also mean just really enjoying the creativity of your work environment, loving your work in general, which could be something I see here as well, or wanting to do things with more passion, or wanting to manifest a work life which you just absolutely love. So you might be really focused on that over the next 7 days as well. You've got here the card, you are protected. So you are definitely protected, okay? Especially if your faith goes hide and seek and then you're not even sure about it. You are definitely protected, and you will get some signs in your dreams in regards to that. So make no mistake of that, you will definitely find that in your dreams. You've also got as well a lot of like beautiful blessing cards, a lot of cards of like progression, happiness, good well-being, which is very, very strong. And so we've spoken about some of these charms already, like those ones. So the turquoise one here is about solitude, rest, well-being, and it's also about peace and harmony, joy, and enjoying yourself, enjoying your own personal energy, like loving yourself, taking care of you. You've got here a whale, which is rather incredible because this here is also about your throat chakra as well, and really communicating to yourself, the universe, people around you. Can be about emotions as well, communicating your emotions. Got some watery energy here. The whale is also about like living life larger than, or having, what is the, I'm trying to say like larger than life, but just wanting your life to be larger than life, and I guess in a way not limiting and restricting your dreams, your thoughts, and your ideas. You've got here a little cat, which is about personality. Okay, so this is really about embracing yourself and looking inwards towards yourself as well. Black cat was also known to be quite lucky, so I think that you should definitely embrace that, because you know what? Whilst you may have the U, the G, and the L, all you need is the Y, right? But actually, when you think about it, you've got here an L, a U, and a C. All you need is the K. Your mindset really determines how you look at things, right? Do you want that Y, or do you want that K to make luck? I would much, much rather have that K than convince myself of having that Y. So sometimes your thoughts are really, really powerful in how you look at things. And that's what I'm seeing here, right? Your thoughts are really powerful. You've got a gun here as well. Okay, that's really interesting because the gun is also about like a target, right? And your thoughts really make up what you think. So there was a documentary I watched. No, it wasn't a documentary. It was like one of those motivational videos on YouTube, which is like an hour long, so it makes it feel like it's a documentary. But there was a very like famous person on there. I think it was it Danica Patrick? She's like one of the most successful women in motorsport, right? So or the most successful, I think. But she was talking about like if you look at the wall, you're going to end up there because your thoughts determine where you're going, right? So if you keep looking behind you, you're gonna end up there. You're not gonna, you have to go where your eyes go, and you have to like follow that perspective as well, because that's what's going to take you to where you actually want to go, not looking behind you, not looking at the wall. So it's also about where you look and where you essentially aim, which makes a huge difference. So that's what I'm seeing here over the next 7 days. You're starting to learn that where you put your thoughts is essentially where you will end up. And so I think that that is a really strong and powerful message as well. And to also look after yourself. And yeah, especially for those of you that are really under the weather, right? This is about making sure that you do go and seek help or talk to people that you need to, you open your heart up to those people as well where possible, seeking therapy and things like that, because you've also got that heart chakra energy. Heart chakra is also about greenery, right? So like I mentioned, some of you might be eating more like leafy vegetables, you might be eating more fruits and things like that, maybe vegetarian, vegan diet kind of vibes are coming through here. But yeah, heart chakra as well is very much so about, again, green and nature, and having a good healthy diet, balanced diet can also really just make you feel better in general. It can boost your energy and things like that. So something to keep in mind. You've also got here grace as well. So to me, grace is again another word that comes out with sort of like faith and belief and looking after yourself. Really very, very strong. Yeah, grace is also about elegance, I guess, as well, and how you carry yourself. You've also got here this pair of scissors, which I think is really interesting. So this is really about like cutting out negative thoughts and cycles and patterns and trying to build new ones, because it takes time. Habits are very hard to break. And you've also got here, I believe this is the Capricorn. Yeah, this is the Capricorn charm. So this again, earth energy, right? It's about balance. It's about looking after yourself. It's about, when I post this video, it's Capricorn season, okay? So there's a big synchronicity there. But if you're watching this somewhere in the future, it is very much so about paying attention to where you are right now and knowing that step by step you can get to where you want to be. You can, very much so. It's about balance, and it's also sometimes about time. You know, time is necessary and lessons are necessary as well. So that's really interesting. You might be dealing with a Capricorn, but you know, as I mentioned, when I'm filming this, it is Capricorn season, but you might be a Capricorn, you might be dealing with a Capricorn, you might have been dealing with a Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. You've got Dragonfly, which is about flourishing, growing, and really flying. And then you've got an Owl, which is about being wise, you know. So this is also very, very significant because owls are known to be wise. It's about learning, it's about growing, and it's about knowing that you can really progress. That's the thing. So next 7 days, this is what I'm seeing. You're pulling yourself to a much stronger place is what I'm seeing. So let it happen. Go with it is what I would say. So this is your reading, group number 2. Now, if this resonated, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy as well. And do take care, everyone. Alright, so now we're going to go to group 3. So let me just take away some of these cards, all of them actually. Okay, let's see. Da, 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 da. All right. Group number 3, this is your reading with me. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well. This is for the next 7 days. It's a timeless reading from whenever you click on it. So, we've got your present here. Let's unbox, unwrap, undo it all. Okay, let's see. Let me just get in there. Sorry if this bugs anyone, the way that I unwrap this. I'm usually very gentle, but you know, when I wrap things myself, I kind of already know what it is, so okay. And then I'm not so careful, see? Okay, so this is your little treasure chest. We've got a little sneak peek happening in there. Ta-da! Okay, so in here are charms. Alright, so I'm just going to place them down. And I'll put the box to the side. These are so cute. Alright, so let me just arrange these, and then we're going to get some cards out as well to see what's coming through for your next 7 days. Okay. Ooh, spelling out a word here all of a sudden. This hasn't really happened in the other 2 readings, but all of a sudden I'm spelling out words, and I really enjoy that a lot. So. Ooh, oh my gosh, I'm spelling out like 2 different words here. I'm so excited. Sorry about this. Okay, right, so let's just place these like so, and just make sure that they're all facing the right way so you can see them all. All right, there we go. Cool. So let me shuffle out the cards, and then I will also talk about the charms as well. So let's go with the tarot cards first. Look how beautiful these are, you guys. Oh my goodness, they are stunning. And these are the affirmation tarot cards. So beautiful. It's totally my vibe. As many of you can see just through like what I wear as well, I really like sparkly stuff. So when I saw these cards, I was like, whoa, they are in my zone. Okay, so I've got 3 cards here. We've got the Death card. Don't be scared of this card. Just have to say that. We've got the Queen of Swords. Yeah, don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's actually pretty good. And the Page of Swords as well. Okay, and I'll show those to you as we get closer to me talking about them. Oracle card wise, we have got here listening. Then we have got the self-care cards. So let's see what we have here. Oh, I feel like it was this one that was going to jump out. Let's take it. let's take it. Connect with crystals. Okay, let's go with these messages as well. Let's get a couple of these. Okay. Water sign. There's a couple others that also came out as well. I'm not going to take those. These are the only two that fell upwards so I could see them. And let's go with these chakra wisdom cards. Okay. Wow. All right. There's a very clear picture that I'm seeing being painted here, which is very significant. So first of all, okay, let's start with this card. It's a bit more of the complex card, but it paints a nice picture. So it says here, 7th chakra, crown chakra, which is as where you would put a crown, right? Okay, that's literally the chakra we're talking about. So it says here, selflessness. I am kind to all. I am aware that everything I do or say affects others. One thing for sure that you know about yourself is that you do not lack empathy. You understand that the things that you say, the things that you do have a direct impact to other people, right? You know that. There are certain people on this planet that when they say things, they don't realize just how much it can hurt someone. You are not that person, all right? So if someone does that to you, try not to take things too personally, because they may have dealt with things in their childhood that psychologically make them act a certain way, and do things a certain way. You have a very different way of doing things, right? So this really is about you continuing to be yourself and not changing yourself just because other people are a certain way. And you're so self-aware during these next 7 days about yourself. You are so aware of everything you say and everything you do, and how it can impact others. It says here, I will help those who seek it, and I will seek out ways to be of service. So I see you helping people over the course of the next 7 days. Someone might ask for your advice and you're just on it. Someone may want suggestions for something and you are on it. Okay, that was the click of the finger. Someone may need help, or they may need someone to listen to, and you are there, because I see this listening energy where you are there for others. And this is you being really selfless, really there. If you know that there's a family member or someone who sort of, maybe lives by themselves, or they can feel very isolated, you are there. You're there to say, you know what, if you need someone to talk to, I'm there. Could be a friend, it could be anyone, but you're there. You might have also, or you might be over the next 7 days helping other people in the sense of doing some kind of donation or charity work, or cleaning out your home and putting together things that you want to give away, or give to charity, etc., things like that, or maybe do things for your local community in a way where you can. So that's what I see there, but it can be something so simple as saying to someone, I'm here to listen to you if you need me. So definitely you're doing things of service. And it says here, I develop an attitude of looking for ways to help others instead of always waiting to be asked. By the way, this is so good for karma as well, like your good karma, because the more you do this, good karma will come back to you, especially if you're the kind of person that's always helping others, but people aren't helping you. It will be recognized and it will be rewarded. But the thing is, it's not always about doing things so that you will be rewarded. It's about doing things also for yourself so that you do feel, good. It's satisfactory sometimes doing things for other people, even if they don't necessarily do things back for you. But also there is a karmic reward that does come with it. And I just wanted to mention that because I just do. Okay, so that's something that I pick up there. And then also it says, everything I do from a spiritual perspective, and I put my heart into it. You do things from your heart, not because of the reward, but you do it from your heart. And that also gets, it gets recognized by the universe. So and something I really want to mention is that you are very selfless over the next 7 days. Interesting, isn't it? It's the 7th chakra, 7 days. So that's also about your intuition and your gut, is that you might feel like someone needs help and you're just there for them. But, rather than yes, I mentioned things where you might be waiting for people to ask you certain things, but this is also you going towards people and being like, do you need help? Can I help you? What can I do? How can I be of service? So there's that as well. One of the words that I obviously picked up here is fam. So helping family, perhaps, right? That's obviously coming through super, super strong. So you might be helping family. The other thing I picked up here as well is ham. I don't know, maybe some of you are super into ham. I don't know, but also I personally, and this might resonate with some of you on more sort of like personal level as well, is that think about your personal day-to-day life, the interests that you have, because some of these words that I see can represent lots of different things. For example, you guys, I'm going to show you, okay? This is how personal sometimes things can get. I am a huge Formula One fan, okay? I love the sport so much, and as soon as I saw ham, I thought of like ham as in like the food ham, but I also thought of like ham as in the abbreviation that is used for the 7-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. You know, that's like something that just, it makes so much sense. I even have a signed cap actually by him that's just literally sitting like not even that far away from me. And see, like these little, actually I'll show you, because some of you might be like, oh, I don't believe you, Moonlight, but let me show you. So here you go, right? Ta-da! It's like, it's literally just sitting here. So obviously that's an abbreviation that he has as his, you know, last name. But, you know, things like this can also make sense. So think a little bit outside of the box as well when you sort of look at these words, because it could mean something, you know. It's an abbreviation for, it can be abbreviation for many, many different things. So that's something to keep in mind. So, yeah. I thought about Formula One. Anyways, some of you might be thinking about food. It's different, right? It's really different for many people. We also have an X here as well. You might be thinking about someone from the past, perhaps, which could be very interesting. And how maybe you want to help them, but it's also about knowing what is right for you and what you want to do. So those are the words we have there. Also, as well, let me just move this across. We have here this little, it's an asterisk, I can't say that word, but it's a little star, right? And then also you've got here another star here as well. It's about wishing, and it's also about strength as well, and getting yourself to a really strong place within yourself where you feel comfortable and strong within yourself, and you're just becoming so strong, being you, doing you, focusing on you. And that's what I see here, this tiger eye. Got the eye of the tiger. See where these things come from? It's so interesting, isn't it? And isn't there a song as well? Eye of the Tiger. Okay, so you've also got here, look at this, purple crystal, right, which represents the 7th chakra as well. So that's really interesting. You've literally got that right here. That's so interesting how it all connects. So the other thing I see here is connect with crystals. Okay, so you've got the number 11, which is also about divination. It's about being on the right path in your life. Connecting with crystals here is very much so something that you might be doing. Look at how many crystals I've got here, right? I've got 4. That was not planned. Why? Because I shuffled this card on camera, right? It's not a coincidence. It's a synchronicity in many ways. So, you know, we have got tiger eye. We've got some other crystals here as well, but it's interesting, isn't it, how these crystals can also help you to connect to your own abilities. And of course, we've got here this one as well, hone your psychic abilities. So many of you here are using crystals to really meditate with, or to ground yourself, or to feel solitude, or to boost your creativity. You know, crystals have different effects. It could also be to earn more money, or to be recognized a little bit more, or appreciated, or to help others. And so you've got also this orange crystal as well. I've got a lot of orange in the cards. So again, to do with like creativity and your root chakra, stability. You've got this beautiful glistening black crystal as well. I think it's navy blue, but it's really quite significant. You might be going on like a little crystal shopping spree, or you might simply be making like your own little cute little thing with crystals. I don't know, you know, something about that. And over the next 7 days as well, you might be meditating a lot. You might be trying to maybe do telekinesis. By the way, yes, I do believe that telekinesis is right, because I've seen it firsthand and it scared me, legit. But yeah, anyways, you might be doing different things for your psychic abilities, or just trying to maybe even, you know, you buy a tarot card deck and you're, you know, trying with that, saging, meditating, things like that, you know, that really help, cleansing, should I say. So that's what we've got there. What else can I tell you? You've got here the Death card, which is about transformation, also in your emotions, looking after yourself. You've got water sign, you've got Scorpio energy here with the Death card and this water sign energy, but it could also be Pisces and Cancer energy as well. Maybe you're a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or you've been dealing with one. But also this is about transformation, and it's really about connecting to your emotions, because, right, psychic energy also is to do with emotions. For those of you that are super into like tarot, divination, and you practice it yourself, you'll recognize that when you are in an emotionally very calm, peaceful, balanced place, that's when the best decisions are made. That's also when you just feel your best, and that's when your intuition is just the strongest. So that really helps as well, controlling emotions, more so in a place where you're not suppressing it, you're just able to understand yourself, right? Understand those emotions and how you can sort of control that aspect as well, not by suppressing, but controlling. So that's what I see there as well. And you have there also the Queen of Swords, which is about boundaries, okay, and not letting people play around with you. This is about knowing who you are and not letting people play around with your emotions and your thoughts and doing things that you love, okay, but also helping others, being very productive and proactive in terms of being there for others, but also taking care of yourself at the same time. Remember, in order to help others, you must also help yourself, which is very important, okay? Not always helping others to your detriment, but also helping yourself and then helping others. Remember what they say in an airplane, put your mask on first and then help others put their mask on. Very important. It sounded so cheesy, but it's so important, right? You've got to help yourself first before you help others as well. It gives you more proactive energy, and also it lessens that resentment as well, where, you know, especially if some of you are thinking, oh, I'm always helping others, but no one's ever like always doing things for me. Well, if you help yourself, you will not feel so bad about always helping others, even if they don't help you back, because you've already helped yourself. So we've got here the Page of Swords. This is about learning, reading. Some of you might be learning about how you can improve your psychic skills. You might be learning from a master or a guru, or you might be super interested in certain tarot readers. By the way, if you want to learn how to read tarot, I have the most viewed video on YouTube on how to learn to read tarot. Literally, just go to YouTube, type in learn tarot. My video will be somewhere there. It's kind of crazy actually, because when I did it, I literally thought, like, you know what, even if like 10 people watch this video, I'll be so happy. And then I get amazing comments and messages on a weekly basis that people have learnt tarot because of that video. It's so incredible. So I don't know, you know, some of you guys here are doing a lot of reading, but you're also helping others, but you're also being super proactive for yourself, and that's what I see here. And then for your other charms, what I see is you've got this little ring here which says it says perhaps love, and then it says perhaps love, and that's literally what it says. So this is also about self-love, right? It's like a little circle. What goes around comes around. If you give it to yourself, you give more to yourself, more comes to you, you know. You've also got here the moon with a star as well. So again, this is really about helping others as well. That's what I think of as the moon and the star as well. It's also about like intuition, emotion, growth, personal growth. You've got another ring here as well. Now, for some of you, you might be wondering, okay, if a situation, for example, that you're around, is it really love or is it not? And I think it's really important, first and foremost, figure yourself out and understand yourself, and then see what is actually going on in this situation, right? Is it love? Is it not? Because there's a little ring here. It's super dainty. It's very thin. And you might be thinking, is this person, you know, the real deal? You also really have to consult yourself and see how, you know, they are helping themselves as well, because how they help themselves also means a lot. You got another star here. This one's a little bit more asymmetric as well. So that's interesting. See, what I think you're learning over the next 7 days is just because something seems a certain way doesn't necessarily mean it has to be that particular way. I come across people all the time, this is just an example, who have in their mind such a fixed idea of who their soulmate is, but then they meet someone and they think, wait a second, this is so different to anything I could have imagined, but this is my soulmate now. This is my soulmate, but it's so different to what they had pictured in their mind. So always know that things can be super different to how you picture them, okay? Everyone thinks that a star looks like this, right? This is what a star looks like. It's so perfectly star-shaped, right? Sorry, I have the hair on my hand. Well, people think a star looks like this, right? Or a star looks like this. Well, yeah, it does for what we have here, but actually, the star in the sky looks very different, okay? It does. It just looks very different, and so it kind of like eats up your perception a little bit, right? your perspective. So that's really interesting here. It's about having a different sort of like perspective on things. And then you've also got here as well, you've got little dog, which is about loyalty, and it's about sort of being quite loyal to people here as well. You know, you're helping people in the next 7 days. The tree here is about family, perhaps, right? As we see with this fam energy. And then also it's about roots and it's about growth, personal growth as well. You've got the sun here as well, which is solar energy. So when the days are nice, you may go out for a nice walk and sort of just let the sun sort of kiss your face. That's really great here as well. And the sun is just very, very beautiful because solar energy, and it feeds life into things, feeds energy into life. And then you've got here Virgo charm as well. This is really about taking care of yourself. It really is, and looking after you. And also it's about, you know, connecting to your inner divine self. You've got here wish, make a wish, success, success, success. Another star as well. You might be seeing a lot of stars in general. So for example, you might see stars in patterns or prints. For example, I have dresses which have stars on it. You might have, I don't know, a duvet cover with stars on it, or a blanket with stars on it, or you might go out and see stars, or you might come across cookies that are in the shape of stars. You might come across just random things which are in the shape of stars. So you might see a lot of stars over the next 7 days in general. Star-shaped items, by the way. And then you've also got here a dove. This is about peace, right? And it's also about acceptance as well, towards certain situations. This also is about friendships as well, and always being there for people. I think I already mentioned that. But then you've also got this love heart with the US flag in it. So this can also be just like loving US culture, different types of like American foods or American TV shows, documentaries, American music artists, for example. You might be living in America, or you might be interested in someone who is in America, for example, connecting with people in America. There's some kind of connection to the US, but it can also be something so simple as eating like a delicacy or something that they would usually eat in the States or would be very popular there. So that's something to keep in mind. So that is your reading, group number 3. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on Etsy. And definitely do take care of yourself as well. And I hope you have a lovely day or night wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, and definitely do take care. Bye everyone!